Greetings all. It's Thursday, September the 15th. I hope you've all been well. What I want to talk with you about today is judgment and discernment to a lesser extent. Um, in my last video, I had a comment from a gentleman who suggested that when I make my vlogs, I remove this toothpick for credibility. And right away, what does that tell you? That tells you that he's judging on appearance. He passed judgment because I have a toothpick in my mouth because I enjoy it or whatever. It makes me less credible. Now, most of you, can you agree that that's just a bunch of nonsense? Absolute nonsense. And so many will pass judgment based on appearance. It's what this society has ingrained into us. I remember I posted a video about spirit science. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that. It explains a lot of forbidden history and etc. And when I shared this video on a certain website, it's not YouTube, I won't say where, but right away the first reactions I was getting are, oh, it's a cartoon. You know, it's not to be taken seriously, it's a cartoon. Again, judgment based upon appearance. I mean, how more blind could you be? How more closed-minded could you be? We must get away from judging on appearance. We must get away from that. Or judging on someone's, you know, whatever. Say they have a speech impediment. Does that make them any less credible? Any less intelligent? Absolutely not. But so many will judge regardless. I don't know, guys. It's when I get to thinking about that kind of thing, I had hoped that we were moving beyond that, and many of us are, but I still see that it remains. So I just ask all of you to keep an open mind. Don't judge on appearance. Don't judge because of some stupid shit like this. Come on, guys. Now, if you came forward and said to me, hey, this information you provided was false, then yes, my credibility would be harmed, and I would acknowledge that. And I would acknowledge that I made a mistake. Because as I've said many times, that's the first key to fixing it, is to admitting you made a mistake. I don't know why it's so difficult for so many to admit that they made a mistake. Just like Mr. Dutch Sense. Never once have I heard Dutch Sense come forward and say, I was wrong. Not once. And he's been wrong on several occasions. You all remember the debacle back in May between myself and him. He's clearly doing what he does to garner attention. And he's got all the boys behind him. I remember he was saying thanks to David Icke and Jordan Maxwell for their support and blah, blah, blah. Of course they're going to support him. I don't trust David Icke myself. I think that he gives half-truths. I think that he is not what he appears to be. Just along with all the other New Age people who accept money for what they're doing. That's Michael Sarian, that's Alex Jones, that's David Wilcock, that's David Icke, Jesse Ventura. I'm very wary of what they say. And again, I believe that it's half-truths. They give you just a little bit of truth, and then they throw the lies on top of that to keep you in a further state of confusion. But anyway, I'm getting off the point. And the main point I want to make today is do not judge on appearance or demeanor or attitude. I remember last night I came across a video from Goldring, It's using the extra normal software to produce the video. That's the CG animated, and the voiceovers are there. I've noticed that a lot of contacts of mine who have never once made a vlog, never shown their face, never have we heard their voice, they use this type of software. And it shouldn't take you long to figure out why. Simply think about it. Okay? But anyway, of course a lot of people saw this and they, oh, what a bunch of junk. But this video that Goldring provided last night, it's called Technological Enlightenment. And they use very complex scientific terms to explain what's going on right now. And that's what I need. I need complex scientific terms so I can impart that knowledge to other people through words that are difficult for me to find. They used a complex word to describe last night. I'm trying to remember what it was. I believe it was something like quantum transdimensional holosynthetic matrix or something like that. It was just a vast explanation. But it all made sense to me, and I know many will struggle to comprehend what they're saying in that video, but I highly suggest you watch it nonetheless. You might learn something. I added it to my knowledge playlist, so it's there if you wish to see it. And apparently the video was supposed to have been kept private, which which leads to ever more ponderings and coincidences, yes? So, in closing, I love you all, and I ask you all please not to judge on appearance. Keep an open mind to all things at all times. And be safe, everyone. You know, there's a lot of earth changes going on right now. We've had, I believe, 5 or 6 large earthquakes just today, all over 6 magnitude. The signs are all there, everybody, in the heavens, on the earth, below the seas, and within ourselves as well. You know, I had this strange feeling last night. I couldn't hold still. My heart was fluttering. And granted, I meditated for a little bit, and that helped, but I think the reason why I was feeling that way was because of all the earthquakes that occurred today. What occurs in the micro occurs in the macro. So that'll do it for today, everybody. Be well.